Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another video, and I'm going to be talking about a disturbing incident that took place at Coushatta, Louisiana. This is actually at a Ware Youth Detention Center, where you have this 21-year-old female prison guard named Victoria Toon, but she should change her name from Victoria Toon to Icky Vicky, because she is willing to escape with these three fugitives, these young violent felons, and I'll probably eventually explain the crimes, but judging from their faces and not based on the crimes that they don't seem too bright. Not only because they're young, but they just don't seem like because I'm curious as how they even persuaded her. And she went through all this trouble to let them out. On her own, whether it was her own free will, whether she was persuaded. But I'm trying to figure out the end goal here, what the purpose was behind this. If she has some type of connection, or if she is fond of the boys. But what even is so I'm trying to imagine why she even decided to do this in the first place, to escape with them. And if she thought the fact that she thought this would end well for her, definitely did not. It definitely was not the case here. So apparently it took them. They managed to get away, and they managed to get to Houston, Texas, in 256 miles. But then they were apprehended, all four of them, by the Houston Police Department, which was confirmed by the Red River Parish Sheriff as part of his statement. And people are trying to figure, well, like, what might have, because because she may not be the only person, but there are several cases where you have these inmates, or you should say these prison guards, they help let the inmates out. And I'm not to say whether it's her or whoever decided, like, whether to let the boys out, because she clearly had the intent of going, getting them free and spending time with them, which is very weird considering their age. Considering the age gap isn't too big, well, what was she planning to do with them after is my question. And let me show you their names. Navaraya Lane, Jeremiah Durham, Tajuan Lafidi. I don't know how to pronounce it. That's why I decided not to say it. I'd rather just read it to you guys, because these names themselves are just confusing, and it kind of describes a lot about their personality, the type of the people that raised them. No offense, I don't want to bring stereotypes. And also, I want to show you the vehicle that she escaped with. It was a white Pontiac with no license plate. So she decided to. She clearly had plotted this. She had planned to make sure to remove the license plate so that the police don't trace them while on their way. And I'm trying to figure what her decision was, when if she were to escape from the police, because there was no escaping. So she was cautious enough to remove the license plate, and besides driving the usual police vehicle, like a police car or police van, because regardless, yeah, you'd be convinced whether it could be another police car that's driving for an important job, for an important task. But her task was to let the boys go, like, so she can spend quality time with them. That had to be my opinion, but I want to know what she sees in them, because this is really disgusting. This is really disturbing too. Because these three boys right here, I'm not going to say their names because you can just read it. They were charged for armed robbery. They had intent of actually second-degree murder. They had carried a bunch of guns. They're willing to kill decent people who made a decent living, and they showed no remorse for it. And they were willing to waste their young lives for something so stupid. And because it most likely has to do with the environment that they're living in, the type of parents that the type of mothers that raise them, and to be real, it has to be most likely has to do with the single mothers. They live in these single mother households. They don't have a father that's willing to put them in the right place, because you need both parents. Like I said, this may sound like a complete stereotype, but you need two parents to help both raise the kid to be be able to help them raise them to be more decent, to help them raise them to become good citizens, to be able to prove that they can be better Samaritans compared to others and make a difference, and also to help their community, because this just creates more stereotypes of kids who live in single mother households, and people are looking for that opportunity where for somebody in that community, especially in a toxic environment, can help provide for the community and help lead them and be able to set a good example, to be the better person out there, to be able to put themselves out there and be able to show the people and be able to help convince them that this is not the life that they should be living. They should be trying to fit in with the more civilized people, so they can let them know that they are capable of having human compassion and be able to communicate, which is clearly something these four lack, and they can't comprehend, because all four of them are going to be going back to prison, but one of them is going to be staying in a prison cell separate from the three boys, because it pretty much failed. It is still disturbing. I don't understand her mindset, what she sees in them. Because usually with black people, let's be honest, especially people who are, especially inmates who are black, there are people out, like a lot of, especially I'm not here to stereotype. I'm not here to create assumptions, but I know for a fact a lot of times there aren't a lot of like white prison guards or a lot of like white inmates, if they have the resource, that are willing to help let black inmates escape, because in their mindset they believe that these people are too dangerous. They believe in the stereotypes towards black people, that they don't deserve the support, and that they are just simply a lost cause, that they're at the bottom of the society, that they, especially that it still exists, especially because they believe in what the system tells them. It doesn't entirely tell them, but what the system has projected. But again, I don't have any sympathy for these four people. Honestly, she's gonna have to change her name to, if she does not want to be humiliated, and then she doesn't want to be recognized as the person that helped four young inmates that were 15, 17, simply because of the fact that she's infatuated. She's gonna have to change her appearance as well as change her name, because that's the only way that can escape her. Because to be honest, if she goes in prison with the other female inmates, she's going to be described as a predator, even though she may not look at it that way because of the age gap. But that's where she's going to have to be careful, is that because they're going to ask her what she's in for, and once they find out the news, especially if this blows up, based on the article that and the people have been that the previous people have been doing videos and rants on it, chances are someone will look into her and then they'll figure that she is a predator, even though these kids aren't better. Like, at the same time, who's to say a child deserves it, like, regardless of their acts? Because she's gonna get it worse compared to these three, let's be honest. And am I to feel sorry for her? No, not really, because I don't even, personally, people don't really know what the intent was. It's simply because the fact that she was infatuated. The one thing I still trying to figure out what she plans to do with these boys in their quality time, whether if she were to find a hotel, a place that she owns in possibly Houston, if she can afford. But again, we will either find out sooner or later, or she'll keep quiet about it if the police decide to further interrogate her. And that's all for you guys. Again, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to check for more upcoming content later in the future. Be sure to check your notifications, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you.